Hi friends, welcome back. So this is from ticker symbol U, one of the pumpers on YouTube. He says, this will be worth trillions. And then the subtitle, get in early, I'm investing in this huge AI breakthrough. And this video has already gotten 44,000 views in about 16 hours. The reason why I'm making this video with you is that be careful because this is a paid promotion. Moreover, his fans are starting to call him out on it because he basically sold them out. We're talking about this Anthropic thing. He's telling you to invest. You guys can see right there. And he's also giving you a link on how to invest in said company. What's really interesting is also 12 hours ago, this is coming from his fans, right? The people in the comments. He says, dude, you became a car salesman. The money got you. It's okay. It happens to all. Congratulations. And this is ticker symbol U's response. Okay, I'll stop taking sponsorships and you can pay for my videos instead. Sound good? And I can't say it with a straight face. That's literally his response. And I want you to understand like how greedy these people are. There's more. This another person says here, another one of his viewers says, what I think he means is that most of your viewers, or at least a large percentage, your recommendation on how to buy Anthropic isn't viable. We can't just meet the qualification of a credit investor. By the end of your video, I too was feeling a little duped. It has nothing to do with the sponsorships. It just wasn't helpful. And there's another one person saying, a sponsorship is one thing, selling a car is another. Is up to you to which route you want to take, route 1 or route 2. Credible YouTuber or another clown. If you choose route 1, I will gladly pay. But for a clown show, I will unsubscribe. Good luck with the clown show. Another person says here, your investments should pay for your video, but it's great you made it clear for us. Sponsors pay for your living, not investments. And I'm pointing this stuff out, guys, because again, it is rampant on YouTube. And it's interesting that his viewers are really pushing back on this particular one. I want to, kind of share some more thoughts on this stuff, but I also want to go through comments to show you guys it's not just my imagination that people are also pointing it out. Here's another comment. This one says, this is coming from Milosevic. Says, there are a couple of good vids on YouTube explaining why it is not a very good idea to invest in pre-IPO private companies. And that's essentially what we're talking about here. Alex is saying, hey, this is a way that you can get in pre-IPO, basically a private market, and it's highly, highly risky. I'll just tell you that. Moreover, it says here, apart from the insanely high fees, it should be questionable valuation and unpredictable IPO date, you in fact do not own any of the shares you buy, and security is much lower than buying a publicly traded company. So it is only people for people who can easily say goodbye to their money and still want to invest. This is why you need to prove you're an accredited investor. And another person says he did this for the money, not for a wise investment. He should have put it in the title instead of the clickbait. Another commenter said sleazeball pushing products in even sneakier ways. And another person said this video is nothing but an ad. Alex tries to defend himself. He says, nah, I just try to cover things that I can't take action on. So he says, I just try not to cover things that I can't take action on. When there's an opportunity to invest in a private company, that's when I make the video. I want to show you guys this too. This is actually the key. I looked into the the sort of the structure. This is the deal structure over on the link that he had provided to invest. Take a look at the fees. This is really important to understand, and this is sort of why I warn you the risk of this kind of stuff. Fee on management, 5% paid on top of the investment amount. Moreover, look at this, carried interest, 20% on net profit, charge at closing of investment after the rest of the commissions are paid. So this is a very, very high fee structure. I want to mention too, I could probably really search for it, but it takes so much time. If I remember correctly, and also too, I don't know for 100%, but I'm pretty sure. I'll just say we'll give it a confidence level of 70%, 80%, something like that. I believe Alex was one of the FTX pumpers as well. So you guys, if you remember him pumping FTX, you can let me know. But I think I do remember him seeing that. Now, whether Alex is part of Craig's agency, I don't know. You can ask him. I just don't know. And if you guys don't understand this creative agency stuff, a group of the finance YouTubers are all part of the same agency pushing the same stuff. They get paid to push stuff, and FTX and crypto stuff has been one of them. Alex, at the time, the reason why I never mentioned him with the other ones is he was pretty similar to the Joseph Carlson. He was kind of more on the fringe of it, but if I remember correctly, he was promoting FTX. But like I said, I could be wrong on that one. And also, too, I actually wrote an article about CoinDesk, and we actually talked about whether or not we should put Alex's name on there. And I'd have to, it takes a while to dig through stuff. And also too, sometimes these kind of people, they delete their videos, so you can't necessarily find it that easily. So again, you can ask them on that. The reason why I bring this stuff up and I want you to understand this stuff is because it is really important to understand YouTube when people are pushing you stuff aggressively, right? That they could just be frankly paid. I made a couple of videos on this. I actually made a lot of videos on this topic because it is so prevalent, and they just want to protect people out there. Like this Andre Jik guy, he was pushing you BlockFi, and I think Kevin might have been pushing you BlockFi too as well. But this kind of people push you all kinds of stuff. And I made a video about called Crazy Agency. You can watch another one, How to Scam for Dummies. Moreover, which is actually really interesting. You can actually take a look at. Let me find it here. Alex's, where is it here? Oh, no, actually, I want to show you this first. This is also Steven Van Meter. I've mentioned him before on the channel. And the reason why I mentioned in this one, because he does this stuff really a lot. And it also, too, gives you a general idea of how much money we're talking about here. And I don't know Alex's deal. I don't know. All right, you have to ask Alex. And that's the ticker symbol you dude. But this is Steven Van Meter. Just 9 hours ago, this video gets 68,000 views. And he's pushing a penny stock. You can see the quote right here. He does this quite a bit, guys. These are penny stocks. And according to this, because he is disclosing it, so at least he's following the SEC guidelines, he was paid $6,500 to push said stock. The fees on this kind of stuff to push penny stocks or whatever these things do, these people can charge anywhere from $5,000 upward to say $30,000 or whatever. You don't know. I mean, not necessarily. It's all over the map. I'll give you another example. This is sort of why I get kind of irritated by this stuff, because I think people don't realize out there that a lot of these people do not have your back, right? Here's a simple example. This was a guy on Twitter you may or not know about. He went under the name Zach Morris. It was like the Saved by the Bell TV show, but that's not the actor. But he looks like this, drive around in fancy cars, etc. The SEC ended up charging these people. He was like a group of 8 people. Charged him $100 million for stock manipulation. This was the Zach dude. And I want to show you this. This is actually really interesting because ticker symbol U, he actually has a disclosure statement on his website. It's like really in depth. So I'm sure a lawyer wrote it or whatever. And there's a couple things in here that I think is really interesting. So this is a disclosure statement. And then right here, it says, occasionally, this is from ticker symbol U, the Alex guy on his website. Occasionally we feature sponsored content, so the same content that he just did recently on this channel or website. If the content is sponsored, it will be identified as such within the sponsored section. Sponsored content is created in collaboration with advertisers, and the views and opinions expressed in the sponsored content are solely those of the author. Any claims or statements made about a product or service in the sponsored content should be independently verified, saying, hey, do your homework, right? With the advertiser, the author is not responsible for the accuracy or completeness of any sponsored content or for any losses or damage incurred as a result of the use of or reliance of such content. Content may feature affiliate links, and the author may earn a commission from purchases made through those links. Additionally, the audience should be aware that any material connections between the author or guest and companies or products discussed in the content will be disclosed in accordance to the FTC endorsement disclosure requirements. And also too, ticker symbol SU, and this is what he says: content is for informational purposes only and should not be construed as professional financial advice. The reason why this is so questionable here, guys, is this guy literally says, hey, this will be worth millions, get in early, and then he's got like this box here to invest and a link, etc. So I hope you guys understand sort of the disingenuousness of this whole thing. But yes, his fans already started to call him out on it. Now, this is not unusual though on YouTube, unfortunately, right? Take a look at this Meet Kevin guy, and he's saying, hey guys, invest in my stupid house hack thing. I've made videos on this topic. If you want to find my videos, you can. I warn you about this stuff because hey, this happens, right? There's people out there that push you stuff that's on the public markets that carries inherent risk, right? The stock market is risky. But then we're getting into a whole other ball of wax of what Alex is pushing you or Meet Kevin is on a private market, like completely different. You have very low liquidity in comparison to public markets, and oftentimes you can really get screwed. A lot of these things, essentially, if this guy in a Christmas sweater or in terms of the Alex guy, like a bald guy with a beard and like a fake narrator voice, that's how he talks. He's like, hi, my name is Alex, and doesn't sound like a human, right? When these kind of people say basically, hey, I got a hot tip for you, etc., run away. Be very, very leery of these kind of people, right? Moreover, I want to point this stuff out. This is the kind of people that unfortunately are pushed on social media. This is over on the Twitter guy. Twitter, I wonder, and it's not unheard of though, that Elon Musk controls the algorithm over there. It's not crazy. It's what he does. He can push his account, push his tweets to the top. He retweets these kind of people and then pushes them. This is Eva McMillan. So she's one of the Tesla pumpers. I mention this stuff because I want you to understand that on social media, like there's just like so much craziness. So the reason why I mention this is that she's always pushing Tesla. What she is she's a real estate agent person. This is a real estate company. This is another one of the people that are always pushing Tesla, always pushing it. His name is Sower Merritt. I looked this guy up. He's got like a clothing store. He's like a clothing store guy. Who knows? These kind of people, though, I mean, they have very little education. It's not hard to see. They're all shilling stuff. And this is basically part of the norm on social media. And the sad thing is because you get so used to it, you're just like, oh, well, I guess everyone does that kind of stuff. And I urge you guys, passionately, that's a good way to say it. Please see this film, Bitcoin. It's a documentary about a basically scamming company. It's over on Netflix. You can watch it. There are other things I've recommended before, but I just want to recommend this one because it really captures sort of the world we are in today. So I know that we talk about a lot of different things on this channel. I just had to bring this thing up, and unfortunately, the Alice guy looks like he's selling his fans out, and people are starting to call him out on it. But the problem is that it's become so normalized. People just get used to it, and I personally, my personal opinion on this stuff is that the SEC should really do look into these kind of things. I think it's really disingenuous. Yes, in defense of Alex, he does disclose that it's a paid promotion, but still, like you're putting 15-minute ads promoting investment opportunities, basically, you think a disclosure statement can save you, but whatever. So it is what it is. I'll let you guys make the decision on this stuff. Do be careful out there, and I'll catch you next video.